Hello and welcome to another Auto Addicts, and today we're looking at what I'm calling the Asbo Astra. So you may be asking, why are we looking at another Mark IV Astra? I've done a Mark IV Astra before. What's so different about this one, and why am I calling it the Asbo Astra? It's just a basic 1.4 LS. That's what you think. So what's so special about it? Well, the owner, my mechanic, whose previous Astras I've shown on this channel, has had this car for over 10 years. Done a couple of 100,000 miles in it, as near as makes no difference, and he loves it. It's like a family pet to him, almost like a child. So when the engine went wrong, or it got a bit tired, he did the only sensible thing. He bought a very rare Bertone Coupe, or Bertone Coupe, however you pronounce it. Ripped the engine out of the car, went through it, modified it, and put it in this. And if I can find my book, we will tell you what's what. Now, I have the book. So this is a 2000 Mark IV Astra 1.4 LS. The engine that was cruelly ripped out of the rare coupe was a Z LET 2-litre turbo. But rather than just put that in here, where would be the fun in that? He went right through it. So we have a VXR hybrid KO4 turbo, front mount intercooler, enlarged mass airflow sensor, large enlarged injectors, large top hats, high flow inlet manifold, straight through decat exhaust, short shift kit on the transmission. It's overboosting at about 13 psi, dropping down to about 10 psi. There is going to be a full forged bottom end kit going in this, along with an LSD, and on the drive you'll understand why it needs the LSD. Yeah. So we're not sure what it's putting out at the moment, but once it's had the forged bottom end in, it will go in for a remap, so it's all mapped for the setup that it's got, and is aiming at well in excess of 300 horsepower. And this weighs less than the coupe it came out of. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. You wouldn't know, and this is the fantastic thing about this car. It's why I love this car and the concept of this car. It is a proper sleeper. Hence the Asbo Astra. It's just insane. Yeah. So let's take you around the car. So as you can see, from the outset, it's basic Astra. Steel wheels with hubcaps. 5-door, going a little bit frilly on the back arches, although that is going to get sorted out. If we go around the back, again, standard. You can just see the exhaust is slightly bigger than standard, but it's still nice and discreet. We still have the Astra 1.4 16 valve badging on the back. The only slight giveaway, possibly the little Vauxhall Plus Turbo equals Smiles sticker. And on the side here we have enhanced turbo sticker, very discreet on the window. But other than that, you wouldn't know, and that's what I love about this car. It is a proper sleeper. Even inside, boot. Still have, you know, there's nothing in here that wouldn't normally be here. So you've got all the practicalities of a normal 5-door Mark IV Astra. That's insane. So let's take you inside. So inside, all very standard Astra. Oh, what's that down there? Oh, I wonder. Oh, that will be an oil temperature gauge, a boost gauge, and an oil pressure gauge. Oh no, we're let's zoom back in. Don't know what happened there. So yeah, oil temperature, boost, and oil pressure. That's not something you usually see. But again, other than that, there's nothing really to give it away until you do this. Now, that doesn't really sound like a 1.4 16 valve engine. What happens if I do this? Bit fruity. There we have a dump valve. That's definitely not 1.4. So I think what we need to do, take it for a drive. So out on the road here, well, things first, let's get straight. Holy shit! Basically you're struggling for traction. First and second gear, you've got no traction. Now I know the owner of this is pulling this off the road soon, and it's going to fit an LSD as well as a forged bottom end, crank and pistons and whatever rods, because yeah, you struggle to put the power down. Yeah, well, no, that's too muddy, we won't do it here. So we'll find a straight bit of road and we'll give you a better idea of what it does. But just pottering around, as long as you keep it under £2,500, it's pretty docile. There's a little bit of a roar, and occasionally you hear the little chirps there from the wastegates. It's only a 5-speed box. But you know, potter around at 50 mile an hour, about £2,000. It's quite docile. It's all right. Of course, if you rev it a little bit too much, you get the pops and bangs, which obviously aren't good for it. But try and keep it below £2,500, and it's all right. It's perfectly docile. So if we just get around this bend, I think it straightens out a little bit, and we'll. As long as the road's clear, we'll see what it can do. Obviously I've got to be a little bit careful because it's not my car. I don't want to crash it and I don't want to blow the engine up, but we're up to temperature. Got good oil pressure, boosting okay. I think Dean said it's running, did he say about 13 psi overboost, dropping down to about 10. So horrendous. Right, so we're opening up here. So it's standstill, nothing coming. No traction. No traction. And we're at 60. We're still no traction. So just imagine if you could get traction, which hopefully the LSD will help, this will be phenomenal. It really is an Asbo Astra. It looks like little Miss Marple going down to the church, but Miss Marple is about to punch you in the face. It's I love it. It's just hilarious. Now I know Dean is going to turn down, or not, tone it down a little bit. I said it'll have an LSD put in it, limited slip differential for those that don't know. No, I didn't think you were going to let me out. And it's going to be remapped, which will get rid of the poppy bangy bit, which is a bit of a shame. I quite like the poppy bangy bit, but on the other hand, it's, you know, it doesn't do the car any good. So but you know, we're cruising through the village here at 30 mile an hour, 4th gear, 1500 RPM. It's nice. It's, you know, you can tell the exhaust note, it's not quite what you'd expect from a 1.4 Astra, but it's not bad. Just that wastegate making a bit of a noise there. But it just goes in whatever gear you want it to go. And you've got to remember, this is quite a light car, and it's lighter in fact than the coupe, the Bertone, or Bertone, however you pronounce it, coupe that the engine was originally in. We're also getting about 35 to the gallon out, or so he's getting about 35 to the gallon out of it. You can't knock that. You know, that's pretty damn good. Slow down a little bit here for the village, if you don't want Dean getting any tickets through the post. Like all Mark IV Astras, it drives nicely. The steering's nice, it's comfortable, ergonomically everything just works. Somewhere up there or wherever it is, I'll put a link to another Mark IV Astra I did. Hence the reason I'm not really doing much of a Mark IV Astra review on this, because I've already done one, and that was a low mileage, nice original car, which he still has. So this is more just what you can do when you've got too much time on your hands and a broken Astra. So 40 mile an hour, just cruising along. Because obviously this doesn't have a lot of traction, it doesn't currently have an LSD, I daren't boot it unless I'm on a straight bit of road, because I don't want to die. Not yet anyway. Not sure about this short shift kit it's got on it. It's probably okay, apart from the fact it does just make the gear stick a bit low down for my liking. It's sort of, you're reaching for it. It's a bit bit firm and notchy as well. The Astra gearboxes in themselves are actually pretty good boxes. And again, I know the owner isn't entirely happy with this box or with this short shift kit, and is considering changing it back, because the whole point of it is to be a quick shift, and it actually seems to slow the shifting down, partly because it is just a bit tight and notchy, and partly just because it is, or at least for me, I want another 2 or 3 inches on my arm really to reach it. Love the little wastegate noise every now and then. You haven't even got to be booting it, it's just every now and then. Oh my god, I didn't want to see anything anyway. So that's just instant power. I mean, it probably doesn't come across on camera just how much it's actually doing, but it's just there. Whenever you want to go, it's just there. And said at the moment, it's not even been mapped or tuned. It's that's still awaiting that, which obviously is not going to do until after the engine's been redone and the LSD and everything's on there. So oh dear, I can't help it, I love it. It's just ridiculous. Right, so straight bit of road, 40 mile an hour. We're in 4th gear, floor it. Turbo cuts in, and we're away, 60 straight away. Just absolutely insane. Just mental. Dean, you're a nutter. It's fantastic. So yeah. So, well, it's a bit of a different review to usual, because I'm not really reviewing the car, I'm reviewing the mods really. And you know, I like Mark IV Astras. I've said before in a previous video, I like Mark IV Astras. I've done a lot of miles in them, and they work. There's just no grip. Just no grip at all. I know the roads are a little bit greasy, but even so, it's just, no, it definitely needs that LSD. It's all slow down for the bend. I don't want to crash into whatever that is, some sort of small Citroen. So all that really remains to be said is, you're going off at some weird angle, is come back, there we go. My mechanic is a nutter. The car is phenomenal. I'm going to have a bit more fun and try not to die. And if you want to see more madness, insanity, and a fat bloke talking rubbish, like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell icon thing, and I'll see you in a fortnight for another one, if I'm still alive. Ta-da! Ooh. Talk stare for days.